So continuing on the previous video, we were talking about Queen Vashti, and this is just kind of like the first video was 10 minutes. This will be the second video because I was interrupted, so excuse that. Okay, I apologize for that, but we're gonna keep it going. So with Queen Vashti, again, she had a reputation, I'm pretty sure, of being not submissive to the king. And as we know, in those days, it was different than our modern generation. But there's things that we could learn from that when it comes to Vashti and what not to do. Because it's like a learning. It's like this entire journey is about learning to become or be transformed into that woman that you have been predestined to be, because you have a marital destiny that's bigger than you. There is an anointing on your life to be in a marriage, in a partnership with a high profile male. Okay. And so there are so many beautiful women. This is one thing that Queen Vashti had, but the thing that made Esther so anointed and so different than Vashti was she was chosen to be in that seat by the Most High God to fulfill a purpose. So anytime God puts a high profile relationship together for his glory, for his kingdom, it's always a purpose. So Queen Esther was chosen and prepared. She went through a season of preparation with Mordecai as he raised her. But after that, for 12 months, when the king decided to replace Vashti. And that's a very bold thing to do in those ages, because you didn't dethrone a queen. So I know that was very shocking to Vashti. And it's the same thing that's going to happen. That's the same thing that's going to happen with many women that's on this journey. Is that you're going to get many women that's on this journey is going to find themselves replacing Vashti, because you are the rightful owner. You are the rightful person that should be in that seat anyway. So as Vashti is being dethroned by the king, you are in your season of preparation. And as Esther went through her season, she went through a whole year of just bathing in oils and frankincense and what they call that, anointing oils. Like, she went through this cleansing, purging state. And when she did that, she was being prepared to come before the king, but also she had to compete, because there was other versions there. And I know that there's a sense of pride in us to be like, I'm not gonna compete for a man. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Especially in our age. It's like, no. But you also have to think there's women out there like Vashti. They get dirty. Like, they will compete. They will trash. They will say whatever, do whatever, be whatever. to be with that high profile male. But the problem in that is that it 9 times out of 10, it's not a successful marriage. And if you are seeking and you know that you have been anointed for this particular role, then you have to take your journey very seriously and don't run from the calling. Because personally, I'm not the person to deal with I never desired a high profile male, ever. Not on that level. Like, yeah, most women be like, oh yeah, I would like to have that, but it's not nothing that I actually really pursued. And a lot of women that have been anointed to be in this particular position have just don't desire it. And that is intentional. This is how God usually places assignments or anointings on your life, because he does not want you to be chasing it. It's more about the journey of becoming, the transformational process of becoming that woman that God has created you to be. And to do that, you have to trust God. It's all about bringing you closer to God and building that relationship as God molds you and prepares you for a very difficult calling. It's not easy. The preparation is not easy, not to mention being in a relationship. I can only imagine what some women go through. So that's why the preparation is so tedious. And it's not just physical. As in Queen Esther, she went through a lot of cleansing. But it's also spiritual. So part of her process, as she was going through the physical cleansing and the bathing and the oiling and all the preparation she went through to come before the king, God was working spiritually behind the scenes through her transformation. So this whole entire journey is about transformation. It's all about the process. And it's not for everybody. And most women who's supposed to be a Queen Esther run from it. Because it's not easy. It's not something you will say, oh, I want to be that. Or I want to. You have to be anointed and appointed for that. And this is why a lot of really high value men do not have wives. It's not because they don't desire it. It's because they have not found their Esther. And most Esthers in our modern age don't want to be that, because it's such a headache. And that's why you have to be spiritually prepared, so that when God presents you or prepares you, or when the time comes for you to meet and to intersect with your God-ordained spouse or your king or your Adam, you will be prepared and you won't be intimidated by the role. And I could just say, I could relate to women not wanting to be in that position. Just wanting to just have a regular relationship. Give me a little house, a car, and my husband, and we just, chill and watch movies together and eat some pizza. But when that is not your destiny, okay, it's going to get boring and you're going to be unfulfilled. Even though it's comfortable. And then that's when God shakes things up. So becoming Queen Esther is a process. that you have to be called to. It's a calling. It's an appointment. It's a destiny. And it's more deeper than I really ever imagined until, as far as just going through the process. And I'm still in the process. So it's something that you're supposed to experience with God to create a element of trust in Him and a relationship with God that spiritually prepares and strengthens you, so that when you are ready, it'll be more like second nature. It won't be forced. So that's it for today. Again, I just want to continue to expound on the throne and with Queen Esther, because this is a very interesting concept, but also from a woman to woman. Woman to woman. If you've ever been in love, then you know how I feel. It's a process, but I just want to encourage you here that trust God. You are Queen Esther. If you're led to the throne in this series, you are Queen Esther, and you just need that support and that encouragement to know that this is your marital destiny and you can't run from it. You were chosen from the foundation of the world before you even came into the earth. You were anointed for a particular man of God, a man that God has chosen to do His will. And not everyone can do that. And God's will is not always what we, in our religious mind, think. God does not limit just to His church or His body. God uses men of God. A man could be anointed by God and he's not a believer. This has happened all across the board in the Bible. A king. Not everybody is a King David. Now, some of you are called to a King David. And to be in that particular role and to support and to be able to pray for yourself and for that man, that's a high level assignment. And it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of preparation. And as Queen Esther, her preparation started before she was even in that seat, before the 12 months. The 12 months was just God saying, okay, she's spiritually prepared now. And now she's going through her adornment, her beautification process. Because God already knew she was going to be the one. She was the chosen vessel. So that's it. And I just want to continue to encourage you, encourage myself in the Lord as well. Because this journey is hard, it's difficult, but you are anointed for it. So you have been chosen to persevere and to get through it, because you're a woman of high integrity, high value, high level of purity in heart and body and spirit. And God knows this is what this male needs to fulfill that assignment. So, Queen Esther's, it's your time. It's our time to rise. This is the Throne series. And thank you so much, Rebirth Ministry.